What's that for?
She just kicked that horse.
For a horse, this is the most vulnerable thing for them to do. And what I've done is I've walked around her and let her feel that there's an intimacy that's established to where she knows that I'm not just here, but I'm a rewarder, and that everything that she's done in the last 20 minutes has come with a real immediate reward. And it's not always that way, but it's why she's able to trust this quickly. But sometimes it gets a little messy in the process. I'm right here. Brian just chuckles. I was trying to get off gracefully. Okay, so she's scared and she's not looking at me. That becomes a little bit of a problem because all the trust that I built with her, she's questioning it. Atta girl. I know the rope fell off your nose. I'm all over your back. None of that's natural. Like, it doesn't feel right. So how much courage is she showing right now? Because all that just felt wrong. And truly, I made a mistake. So it's not even her fault. But isn't it wonder how real life gets, where we can talk about a bunch of ideas, and then when somebody gets triggered and things start, emotions get raised, we don't know what we're going to do next. So I'm just curious, would this be a good time to punish her? I mean, it's hard to believe, but that's actually what some people would do is, well, if she wants to buck, we'll let her buck, and we'll just scare her until she's done being scared. And unfortunately, it works if you want to get a horse broke and obedient. We want something completely different than that. I know the last time it didn't go quite so well, but if you and I are going to go together, we got to go together. So let's try this again.
Oh, take me deeper.
Sometimes we lose our wonder. Like, we're afraid of not having questions answered. I don't think that she has a single thought that makes any sense to her right now. Her entire world has just got undone. What is it about this guy, and why won't he go away? Like nothing I'm doing is ever, like it doesn't make sense in any level of her understanding. One, because I'm a different creation than her. But God said that he created us in his image. And when we watch the ways that Jesus did life, he just did them differently than anybody else. It didn't even make sense. You could call it the upside down kingdom. He says if you want to be first, make yourself last. Those that hate you and say mean things about you and despise you, spitefully use you, love them. See what happens. I'm not talking about passivity. I'm talking about a kingdom that's led by love and not by fear and not revenge. The bitterness doesn't get to speak to us anymore. What'd you see? She wants me to see it. See that? I think she sees us. And what's going to happen is we're going to learn to move together. And you're going to realize what freedom looks like. If my goal is to get her to listen to me and do what I say, then I would do what I believe the Bible calls having a form of godliness but denies the power. It means I can do all the work and make her obey me, and then I've got a slave. We've got a father that is God, and he doesn't want slaves and he doesn't want servants. He wants sons and daughters. And as you watch this interaction today, I hope that it gives you a different context or a different meaning on what it means to be a son or a daughter and what it means to have a father like we do. Just learning a little bit about the conditions that, I'll say the home that she came out of. She's actually pretty comfortable. Brian, come on, boy. So I'm purposely making as light of this as possible because to her, this is a big deal. Like this is a little bit of a trauma response. This is out of control. I don't know what to do. And the worst thing I can do is focus on what she's doing wrong right now. She's finding her peace. She's figuring it out. She's self-soothing. Oh. Yeah. Sometimes we don't know what to do other than just run to the Father and say, Papa, help. So the home she came out of, whenever she did something wrong, she got punished for it. And I'm not saying that consequences for actions are bad, so please don't hear that in this. What I mean is that love wasn't what was producing the conversations. It was, life will be good for you if you do what I say, and it's really not going to be very good for you if you don't. That's not the kingdom of heaven. That's not a home that is of Jesus. That's a home that's going to have to use fear and intimidation and punishment to control the household. Otherwise, things get out of order. What if there's a different way? Where if it's like, if I know you're upset right now, you can do what you need to do. If you want to be back in my space, I'm excited for it. But please bring yourself to the space. We'll talk about it. It's okay. I'm not mad at you. Our Father is just that kind. And so whatever it is that you're running from and whatever it is that's got you to where you're thinking that this is why things aren't working out for your life, please consider again. Because there's nothing but hope and a future for someone that's being raised in love. What do you think? Huh? One more time. So if you don't understand what she's doing, this is full surrender. And this is her saying, I trust you. I want to be connected to you. She doesn't want to make a mistake again. Pounding on. We've got to get out of this servant mentality. We're going to beat it up. Like, we're running out of time, so we better get serious about it. If she thinks she's my slave, she's never going to know how to relate to me as a father. She might eat my saddle. That's how you do it. You just eat fear. But if she knows who she is to me, then of course she's going to know how to serve. This is a real core identity issue that's making it to where she doesn't even know what to do apart from me now. She wants to be one with me, and she doesn't know what to do apart from me now. And so it's the courage that built into Jesus' men. I said it's okay that she can do it. She doesn't know what to do with this power that she's been given. Do you trust me? And if so, what's stopping us? What's stopping us from being this world-changing force that Jesus designed his kids to be? To where we lead nations. We don't sit around falling victim to them, acting as though we don't even have a say in it. Wow. When you're waiting to be punished, it just kind of prolongs the fear. But because she can't find punishment in this, she's having to rethink the whole grid and how it is she's going to protect herself. And why I wanted to get on her in that moment was I want her to be assured time and time again, you don't have to protect yourself. I'm your defender. Vengeance is mine. I have a future and a hope, and death isn't even afraid or a scary thing anymore. Because we're not afraid to live, we're not afraid to take chances, we're not afraid to die. Like, I'm gonna live forever, so what are you gonna do to him? Someone that has no fear of death, they're unstoppable. What are we actually afraid of? What's leading your life? Is it love? Or is it fear? Is it truth? Or is it lies? And every one of us, just like this horse, like we're having to, oh yeah, let's do it again. One more lap, one more day, one more year. We're okay. We're just not going to stay in the same place. You were built for something very special. Like, there is a vision over this horse's life. Gosh, I wish I could take him back to Idaho. He's something. Like, he's the kind of horse that if you point at a mountain, he'll crush it. You say, cross that river, he'll say, how fast you want to go? Fire? No problem. I can grow more hair. That kind of horse. But right now, he's just still trying to get over some past and still waiting. If he makes the mistake, when am I going to get punished? One more.
Times the rains had come and gone. and I often stopped by to see how Mowgli the man cub was getting along. He was a favorite with all the young wolf cubs of the pack. No man cub was ever happier.
Yeah, yeah. Who's to say